Hi guys, it is Sunday and I'm here with these two sweet boys. I'm just going to change them into some other outfits. These outfits actually belonged to Norman. I'm very excited to announce that Norman has found a new mommy. Now, his new mommy actually requested to see him as a girl the first time that she contacted me, so I went ahead and dressed him in a couple of outfits and sent some pictures over, and she fell in love. So Norman is now Nora, and she will be heading home probably towards the end of the first week of March, March 5th or so. So I have Norman's outfits because I did a little shopping for Nora. So I have these outfits that were very cute on him that I'm going to try on these boys here. In my last video when I was organizing the clothes, it's funny because I asked if anybody, or I mentioned that I had a little bit of guilt thinking about giving his clothes to my other boys, any of his outfits, and so I guess that's not an issue anymore. But I guess this will be part of my moving on from Norman. So one of the big things I'm going to miss about Norman is how cool his name was. His name is Norman Walker, as homage to Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl on The Walking Dead. So you guys, I actually fell in love with a girl, a baby girl doll. Had that oh my gosh moment instantly. Probably not going to line up for me this time around because I really haven't had time to replenish my spending budget, my extra money. So, yep. Although I believe all things are possible, things can line up in unexpected ways, and I try to not to limit abundance. I'm reading a really great book right now. It is called, I forget what it's called, but it's Deepak Chopra. But it spends a lot of time talking about the laws of the universe and just sort of like what creation is and what a thought is and what a thought manifest is. And one of the concepts that's presented in a lot of different ways, in a lot of different teachings, whether they be spiritual or business or what have you, is that it's sort of like you dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So you sort of like, he said, they go first class in everything, and the resources will show up. And I tend to go first class in my thinking these days. I found the more that I do that, the more abundance I am provided, the more I'm able to share, and all that stuff. So you never know. You never know. So it's Sunday here. The day is going by a little too quickly. Monday starts back. Now, we run our own business, so we work 7 days a week. However, I have a second job, and those hours are typically performed. Oh, well, I'm a little premature here. I usually do the work for them between Monday and Friday for the most part, so all the expectations will start up again tomorrow. Well, I'm excited for the opportunity to win the lottery someday. I think that would be awesome to just be able to like give freely and just not worry about money. But money is not the answer to things, and I think it's more time. Time is my great desire. So maybe I should go volunteer. Oh my goodness, you are looking so cute. Okay. So this is little Mr. Ronan. I love him. He is reborn Clyde asleep. His onesie I just put on him says seriously adorable. It's a size newborn. I'm pretty sure this is Carter's. Yep, it's Carter's. Now, Ronan is like borderline preemie, so you can see how roomy this is on him. And he looks so cute just in the onesie. I'm going to put the pants on him just to see, but they might come right back off because he looks so cute. Put a pair of socks on him and he'll be good to go. Yeah, so these pants are, he could use a new diaper. I think this one's a little tight. You can see. Oh my goodness. So let me show you the butt on this. It's got a little monkey butt. It's got a little monkey butt. So cute. All right. Okay, and now for Keanu. Keanu is realborn Dominic asleep. So somehow I have two realborns. They're very different from one another. I think we'll leave this onesie on him. I'm not entirely sure that this outfit will fit him. It is a true newborn size, and I would say, while still newborn, Keanu is borderline 0 to 3 months. So we'll see how this fits him, especially with a long sleeve onesie underneath. See how it works out. I'm pretty floored actually that it is almost time for winter to be over. I don't know how the weather has been where all of you live, obviously, but here in the Midwest it has been kind of like a nonstop yo-yo, I would say. Very, very cold, into snow, lots of snow. Temps warm up, nice sunny spring weather, everything melts, then it rains like crazy, and then it freezes up again. Just sort of back and forth and back and forth. So our snow hasn't lasted more than, you know, a few days at a time maybe. And then we've got a lot of runoff, a lot of melting, but I'm not going to miss it, the cold temperatures. I'm ready for spring. I know I'm not alone in that. Well, it'll do for about a day. I do like the clothes to be a little loose on the babies, but the pants are going to be the big test because this boy has a booty on him that I absolutely love with these little clothes. These little clothes are pretty snug. It's not bad. Not as bad as I thought. Now you can see the difference in the way these babies move. Of course, obviously Keanu is stuffed a little bit fuller, so he's not as floppy, although he is loosening up some the more that I have him and work with his body. I really haven't felt like taking him apart yet because he is weighted wonderfully in terms of the distribution of weight and stuff like that. The other thing that is really different is Ronan has 3/4 arms and he has full legs. So his arms, you can see how they have that motion. And Niklaus is actually on a jointed body, which, as I understand it, is not the traditional body that would come with that Laura Lee Eagles kit. However, it does allow for that same free flowing of the limbs. This boy here, Keanu, is on a regular non-jointed body. So in terms of posability, you know, I can put his limbs in the air and they'll stay, but you lose some flappiness. Oh, we have something on this outfit here. So I picked this for him for now because of the hat. I wanted to see him in his hat. I do prefer slouchy hats that are a little bit bigger, but there he is. Let's put his arms up. Oh, you're looking cute. We did bring home a new bunny today too when we did our shopping. She's cute. I also found a christening outfit. It was like a white satin short overalls, short sleeve shirt and shorts with not suspenders but shoulder straps that I thought would be beautiful for Niklaus, but it was a true 0 to 3 month, and so I think it just would have been too much on him, but it gave me some ideas. So there we are. This boy is the only one that my husband likes. He actually likes him. He doesn't just tolerate him. He really, really likes him. So at least I know what he goes for, right? I don't know if he would ever like another one, but I suspect if we had a similar look, he might. I got this book the other day too. I don't know if anybody's ever read it. It's called You Are a Badass: How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. So I'm sure it's great. Usually these books don't have terribly new concepts in them. They're just organized in ways that are digested differently for different people. Here, I just opened up chapter 1. It's called My Subconscious Made Me Do It. You are a victim of the rules you live by. That quote is from Jenny Holzer, artist, thinker, blurter of brilliance. Typically, it starts out as each chapter has like a little story that is a practical application of the idea. And then I think it goes into understanding the point. The conscious mind is like a relentless overachiever, incessantly spinning around from thought to thought, stopping only when we sleep, and then starting up again the second we open our eyes. Our conscious mind, otherwise known as our frontal lobe, doesn't fully develop until sometime around puberty. Our subconscious mind, on the other hand, is the non-analytical part of our brain that's fully developed the moment we arrive here on Earth. It's all about feelings and instincts and erupting into ear-piercing temper tantrums in the middle of supermarkets. It's also where we store all the early outside information we get. The subconscious mind believes everything because it has no filter. It doesn't know the difference between what's true and what's not true. If our parents tell us that nobody in our family knows how to make money, we believe them. If they show us that marriage means punching each other in the face, we believe them. We believe them when they tell us some fat guy in a red suit is going to climb down the chimney and bring us presents. Why wouldn't we believe any of the other garbage they feed us? Our subconscious mind is like a little kid who doesn't know any better and, not coincidentally, receives most of its information when we're little kids and don't know any better because our frontal lobes, the conscious part of our brains, hasn't fully formed yet. We take in information via the words, smiles, frowns, heavy sighs, raised eyebrows, tears, laughter, etc. of the people surrounding us with zero ability to filter any of it, and it all gets lodged in our squishy little subconscious minds as the truth, otherwise known as our beliefs, where it lives undisturbed and unanalyzed until we're on the therapy couch decades later or checking ourselves into rehab again. I can pretty much guarantee that every time you tearfully ask yourself the question, WTF is my problem, the answer lies in some lame, limiting, and false subconscious belief that you've been dragging around without even realizing it, which means that understanding this is majorly important. So let's review, shall we? Our subconscious mind contains the blueprint for our lives. It's running the show based on the unfiltered information it gathered when we were kids, otherwise known as our beliefs. 2, we are, for the most part, completely oblivious to these subconscious beliefs that run our lives. 3, when our conscious minds finally develop and show up for work, no matter how big and smart and highfalutin they grow to be, they're still being controlled by the beliefs we carry around in our subconscious minds. Our conscious mind thinks it's in control, but it isn't. Our subconscious mind doesn't think about anything, but is in control. Huh. Interesting. I haven't read any of this before. I just randomly opened to a chapter. So I'll let you guys know how it is. It was a #1 New York Times bestseller. I don't generally go on best-selling reviews because all of that's subjective, and I'm not really a crowd follower per se, but one of the examples she gave, I opened a page randomly because I had a gift certificate and I was sitting there with like 15 books trying to figure out which one to get. And what I really want to get off my butt and do is write my books, plural, that I've been playing around with for years. And the example that she gave on the page I opened up to said, let's say, for example, you want to write a book, but you can't bring yourself to sit down and do it. What are your excuses? And she lists off a bunch of excuses, and I thought, okay. I was literally just thinking about writing the book, opened the page, there it was. So we'll read it. We'll see how it is. And any little tool for some motivation, right? Yeah. So I'll keep you posted on that. I think that's about it. That's new. I really need to clean my house, so I think I'm going to get started on that. And, if you feel so inclined, keep some positive thoughts coming my way for unexpected surprises to show up to bring this little girl home. She's gorgeous. You guys would absolutely love to see her. I would totally pay what the artist is asking just because... in terms of look and reaction to the doll, it's exactly what I would look for. However, timing is everything, right? So we'll see. But anyway, I'm blessed and happy and very lucky to have what I have right now. And just thought I'd hop on and share that with you. I'm not going to do a box packing video for Nora because I actually have already done her box packing. I do have some pictures of her as a girl, so if anybody's curious and follows me on Instagram, just send me a DM. I'd be happy to share and share her channel for her new mommy. So she does look very, very cute. She's going to be loved and in a place where she'll be used for the purpose that she suits best, which is to be a super cuddly baby that you're not afraid to touch and dress and stuff because you didn't pay $1,000 for her. So, yeah, I guess that's about all that I have right now. Oh, random question has absolutely nothing to do with anything we've talked about, but this is one of the most fascinating things to me. I think a lot about balance and like what are the laws of the universe and what, how does this dualistic nature of this reality, right, wrong, good, evil, life, death, all of that we see displayed here, what is that? What's the force or the rule behind that? Some people say that the more you put energy to this side, the more this side will grow because of the laws of existence. So when you lend your efforts to fight against something, you are actually, also because you're putting your focus on the thing you're fighting against, you help that grow. But some people theorize that you really aren't ever going to do away with one side of the scale because the laws of nature will keep it in balance or something like that. So that brings up some interesting concepts and theories about, the game of it all. For those of my friends that are really into true crime and psychopath behavior and such, interesting story. Robert Ressler, who was one of the founding fathers of the behavioral science unit and criminal profiling within the FBI, as we know it now, including interviewing criminals to understand the psyche and the history and the behavior and the patterns of offenders, was born in Chicago and grew up to ultimately enter law enforcement, first with the military, then with the FBI, and became one of the big leaders behind the force that has helped put away a lot of the violent killers and sort of lead that charge. A couple of blocks away and only a few years apart was born John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy was one of the most prolific serial killers in the United States, who was known to have kept the bodies of 20 some odd young men that he killed buried in the crawl space of his house, as well as some additional, including one that he threw in the river. And he actually used to deliver groceries at one point to Robert Ressler's mother. So they were literally on, I believe, the same street, several blocks apart, had no knowledge of each other. So is that indicative of some sort of balance, and that little glitch helps us to catch wind of that balance when usually it's something that's undetectable? What are your thoughts? Okay. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing all your babies, to reading your comments, to hearing from you. And until next time, enjoy and bye for now.